Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
I am here. I'm here. So let's talk about what it means and why it's important to be present in every single moment of your life as much as you possibly can. And this is a conversation that, we can cognitively, we can go up in our brains and go, yeah, that makes sense. If you're present, you don't miss moments. But what does it really mean to be present, and why does that really matter? This could be another conversation you just hear and you go, yeah, I gotta be more present. You just added as something else to put on your to-do list. It's also going to include I gotta eat better, I gotta get to the gym more, I gotta get more sleep. It's just this, I gotta. And I'm going to have you instead consider that being here is not another that you have to do. That is simply a state of doingness. Don't have to do anything. And it's just an invitation to be in this space. And when we are not present, we're living in past or we're living in future. We're living in past or we're living in future. So how does it show up when we are not present in our day? When we're not present in conversations with the people we love most in our life, spouses or children. How many times have you said to someone, you never, oh, here we go again. That is not being open or present in that moment. That's not being here. That's being in something that happened in the last conversation or argument or fight or discussion. That's not being present. Being present would entail saying, let me just kind of be here right now. Let me see this person, this experience as a blank slate. As my therapist has often said to my husband and I, it's lead with curiosity. But it's hard, isn't it? It's hard not to take those things personally. It's hard not to use, listen, past history has shown me this. So let me kind of calculate what's the probability if my husband has said this the last 8 times, if my kids have, not done the things I've asked them the last 10 times, then I'm probably going to expect the exact same thing and most likely get the exact same thing. I don't know if you have children or not. I have 2 young boys. They're 5 and 8. My boys like to pee in the toilet. At least they get in the toilet, so I got them there, We've lifted up both seats for the most part, so there's not a lot of pee on the seat. Also good. There's not a lot of flushing of the toilets. There's not a lot of hand washing. And, I know I've said to the boys, I'm like, dudes, come on, flush the toilet. It's gross. It's not polite. It's disrespectful. This is our home, or this is your school if you don't flush the toilet. Or even worse, boys take a poop and they just leave it. I'm like, guys, really? Flush, it's not hard. And there are times I go in the bathroom and I'm kind of all right, I'm checking again, or I've said I'm gonna create a consequence, and I don't care who said it was them or wasn't them that left the pee in the toilet, you're both gonna get a consequence. And I'm like, whatever, I want them to come to this, right, on their own. And so there are days it frustrates me, and there are days I just go and I go in the bathroom and I flush the toilets. And the other day, Tyson comes up to me. He's like, hey, Mommy, I flushed the toilet and I washed my hands. Just for you, Mommy. Just for you. I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. It's also for everybody in the house, and it's for you, the hand washing. But thank you, buddy. I could easily go to the place of, dude, you never flush the toilet. You never wash your hands. You never put your clothes away, buddy. The clothes hamper is not the middle of the hall. We could go do all of those things. But when I do that, I'm living in the past. I'm projecting into what my future will actually be. And it's, it's something silly where it's, I don't know, it's toilets not being flushed or kids leaving clothes on the floor. it's not going to end things in our family because that happens. It's not going to create major rifts with my boys because that happens, right? It's just kind of one of those things. But let's say it's something bigger. Let's say it's something within your marriage, your relationship. And every single time you bring out that line of you never and you always and this is always what happens, or here we go again, is damaging to your relationship. And what is happening in that moment is that person that you're saying that to, and just so you know, listen, I've done these things before. I've done them too. I'm just as guilty to be like, yep, done that. We all have, right? So this isn't about being hard on yourself. This isn't about being hard on you. This is about creating an awareness of what happens in those moments. And you know, in those moments when you've been on the other foot and someone said, well, you knew never, and maybe you've made a lot of efforts to really begin to change or see the world differently or see that person differently. And yet you're being crucified as the person that you once were. And what happens in that moment is you do not feel heard. You do not feel seen. You will feel like you are being judged for who you used to be. And that sucks. And I've been there before too. That sucks to kind of go, wow, they just see me as that person. And that's not who I am anymore. Or they see me as this, and I'm actually quite different than this, or who that used to be, or who I used to be. And so being here now, I'm here now. That's what I'm calling this podcast, I'm Here Now. Allows you, with yourself, with your relationships, with your experiences in life, to just be in this moment. Yes, I know you got things you got to do. Yes, I know you have timeline stuff. Listen, it'll all get done. It'll all get done. There's still an awareness you will have about time that's going on. So like right now as I'm recording this, it's 9:08. I need to, as I finish this one, I'm going to actually publish it right away. It's been a little crazy this week with my oldest son home from school a couple days, my husband being away, his flight delayed an extra day because of weather conditions, like just blah. It's been that kind of a week, right? And so I'll be publishing this right away, and then I need to be out of the door in 43 minutes to get to boxing, to meet my coach Rob, and to train. And then when I'm done, I need to come back, shower quickly, and then go pick up my youngest son, Kai. It's a Pro-D day today, which is like a professional development day. Teachers, they go and they do special training and stuff. So my oldest boy's at a full day camp. My youngest boy can't really do the full day yet. And so I pick him up at noon. So of course, I'm aware with the things coming up. We got some sitters coming today to help out later in the afternoon and for our date night tonight. Like, I'm aware of these things. I'm just not there. I'm just choosing to be here in this moment. And I'll tell you, of all the things that I've really worked on within myself, of all of the things that when I was running live events and coaching programs, like for me and for women, if they can choose and keep working on being present whenever possible, it is the biggest thing that will shift your experience in your life. I'm telling you right now. And when I go to a place of where I'm feeling stressed, the stress doesn't come from being in the present moment. I mean, it can. If I'm going through a lot of emotions, I allow myself to really go in as much as I can, depending on where I am and who's around. And if I'm by myself in a space, and I allow myself to go right into it, right into the thing that you want to pull yourself away from. I allow myself to go there. But outside of those moments, which are part of growth, that when I am present, I'm not thinking about past and future. And again, when I am, I'm not present. I mean, and again, I know this conversation, you'll be like nodding your head and going like, yeah, Karen, preaching to the choir. Cool. But do you actually live it? It's my challenge to you. Do you actually live this? Are you so caught up in past and future? Are you bringing all your stories and baggage and shit into the experience of this present moment, which you're not even in, and projecting what your future will be? Right? I'm having a bad day. And you say that at 7 a.m. I was like, what do you mean day? The day's just started. I'm having a bad moment. But are you projecting this on? Oh, here we go. The whole day's going to suck now. I could have easily, at the start of the week, with my son was not well, Sunday night, wakes up in the middle of the night, Mommy, my throat's so sore I can hardly swallow and breathe right now. Naturopath appointment, emergency room, had to cancel a whole bunch of fitness commitments that I have with swim lessons and boxing coach. And then my boxing coach had to cancel one on me with his cat. Him and his fiance is really sick, and they had to actually, unfortunately, put their cat down. My husband delayed. I could have had the whole thing been like, oh, fuck. Here we go. The whole week's gone to shit, right? I could have. That would have been a choice. And not because I'm Mother Teresa, but because I just consciously chose that of okay, my son needs me right now. I'm thankful that, where I'm in my life right now, I can do that. It was when I was in practice, if something happens with the kids, it was a major thing of okay, now we got to call and cancel appointments, and some patients would be a little bit pissed. We didn't have anyone to back up and jump into the practice because my husband was out of the practice by then because of the severity of Crohn's disease in his body, and he could no longer practice after a while. And we didn't have associates, and we did, and none of them ever really worked out. So it was if things were down with my kids, it was a big thing to have to shift everything around. And then maybe again, depending on are they homesick. And my kids don't get sick often, but just, things would come up, or I got to pick them up at daycare. So something's happened, someone's gotten hit, or somebody bit them, or just the stuff that happens with parenting. And I'm thankful that I'm able to just be okay, I have to cancel some stuff with workouts. It's not the end of the world. Yes, moving my body is really important to me. Helps me be patient, helps me feel good about myself, helps me have energy for my kids, helps me be a better mom, but it's not happening right now. Accept it and be here with your son right now. So here's your more tip for today then. I want you to pick one area of your life that you're not present with. Now this could be something simple like when you go to the gym. Now you might think that to tune out and to listen to music and to not feel your body and stuff, or you go on a run, you kind of just numb with it, that, that's okay. That's the way you kind of get through the workout. But I'm going to have you just moments even throughout that time that you're just really present in your body. I know when I go to spin class now, and it's hard, and my body, those parts of me where I don't know if you've ever been to spin class, but most of the instructors are they're really upbeat and high energy. And, if you're really struggling and someone's in that place, you're kind of you can be inspired by it, but with the way my life's been recently, I'm kind of fuck you. This sucks. I don't like you right now, right? And then I check myself and I go, Karen, you get to be here right now. You're building strength in your body and building strength in your heart, your cardiovascular capacity right now, and you're sweating and you feel amazing afterwards. And I get present in my body and I feel the pain in my legs of pushing those pedals. So pick one area. Maybe it's with your husband. Maybe on date night, you're just distracted and talk about all this different stuff. Maybe with your kids, you're no, mommy's got to do this, mommy's got to do that. It doesn't have to be for a huge period of time, but just find one area of your life. Maybe it's with your work or your business. You think you can multitask. Sidebar, there's no such thing. They've actually found this in studies. The brain cannot multitask. It just goes from one task to the other. And you think you're multitasking, but you're not. Because you're not present. So pick one area of your life, and I want you to, over a 24-hour period, just be as present as possible in those moments. And then after you've done that, I want you to journal what that experience was like for you to see any kind of insights or revelations that come up. All right, sister, on that note, I do have something coming up, so I got to end this here. So a couple things. If you do not already receive the Woman Wanting More newsletter, make sure to hop over right now to drkarenosborn.com/action guide. That's drkarenosburn.com/action guide. Click on the links, will be in the show notes, which you can open up right now on your phone. And I'm going to send you some cool trainings. Be part of the Woman Wanting More tribe. And number 2, if you don't already have a journal, there's about 30-ish, I think, or so. I'm sending about another 15 this weekend. Some orders that have come in. So if you would like one of the free Woman Wanting More limited edition No marketing shit with this. I'm not doing this again. I'm happy that I've sent it over 500 to like 18, 20 countries around the world. That's amazing. But it's a lot of fucking work, and it's all been me. And I love you, sister. So if you want one, go to drkarenosborn.com/free journal. So drkarenosborn.com/free journal. You're going to take care of a little bit of shipping, which is $9.95, and I do all the rest for you. My gift to you, sister. My gift to you. So I will talk to the next episode. A life of more is one step away from you being here right now, every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.